Hey, good folks, we're in the car. You know what that means. It's time for a car talk. All right, so you've started dating somebody. You know, you're really, really into this person. They are really making you happy. You're excited about the entire relationship. You're head over heels. You're infatuated. You are obsessed. They make you happy, so you think. But y'all, because you like them, there are some things you just won't bring up because you're afraid that they're going to take it the wrong way. You bite your tongue when they do some things because you're afraid that the relationship will take a turn. I've got a news flash for you. If you're afraid that the relationship will take a turn from you expressing what your truth is, that's a relationship you ought not be in. Oh, I'm sorry if I'm hurting your feelings or if I'm stepping on your toes, but the reality is that if you're in a relationship that is pursuing marriage or is pursuing another level or something, you ought to be able to be completely honest with this person. And if you don't feel like you can be completely honest with this person, you need to run. Or you need to sit down and evaluate what you consider honesty. Because sometimes we get stuck up on telling a half-truth, and a half-truth is just as bad as a lie. But that becomes your reality. But then you blink and you're 30 years into a marriage and they only know half of you. And so now when the rubber meets road, you're living in a lie. You don't know how to get out the lie, and we've got a problem. So here's my thing. If you are in a relationship, you need to ask a million questions. I'm serious. You need to ask a million questions. You need to ask them what kind of toothpaste they like. What's their favorite cereal? You need to ask them what's their favorite color? What do they do when they're excited? What do they do when they're upset? How do they celebrate their birthdays? Because these questions are intricate. You may be thinking, hey, Nicole, you have lost it. Kojo, you are off the rocker. You are crazy. I'm not going to ask this question. I want to keep this relationship. I'm not trying to destroy it. But here is where rubber meets road. You can avoid more heartbreak if you're willing to ask the important questions. If you're willing to ask things in the beginning, you can determine in the beginning whether this is something worth pursuing. If you're stuck on thinking, hey, I want to preserve this thing as long as possible. I don't want to offend them. And if they get offended by you telling the truth, you ought to be offended that they're offended by the truth. Don't pursue relationships that you think are gonna keep you happy if they're not gonna do what you want them to do. All right, this has been a car talk. This has been Kojo. Y'all be